Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. In today's episode, we're going to check out the brand new church that we have built. We're also going to have a look at a couple more changes that have happened, and then we are going to look at developing more the rail tracks that we have down the center of the world. Because I want to get the automation sorted and get the storage rooms started, but I have so many chests of items spread around the town, I need to get them grouped up first and get that done out of the way. Now, the other thing is I wanted to start expanding out where the pumpkin and sugarcane automatic farms are down there. Because, let's go and have a look down here, because it's starting to fill up. I've had to add a second chest to it since effectively the time that we built it. Because we've already got ourselves a double chest. And it looks like the minecart has readjusted itself there, because it was out of sync earlier. So it looks like we're gaining a fair few amount of materials here. It's probably the same rate of pumpkins to sugarcane once we started the pumpkin farm. How much is in this chest? Not too much, but I do need some brand new, let's just grab that, and then we'll feed it back in a second. I need some more fireworks is what I'm looking for the word. We need at least 20. Let's put all that back in the system. There we go. That'll do me. 60 more fireworks. We'll just dump it back in this chest and it should filter back through, no problem. There's one piece of paper we can probably just go and dump off in this chest in here, the one that's got all the junk items in. But like I said, all my chests around my world are a little bit of a mess. I kind of don't know where anything is anymore. I'm looking around for certain items, not finding them. For example, I've used all the stone in this chest now, so it's pretty much gone. All the cobblestone's gone out of there. The dirt's gone out of these two, pretty much out of the top one as well. Yeah, all the good wood's gone out of here now. I've only recently filled it back up with oak wood because I basically tore down the tree farm that we had. Well, sort of semi-tree farm because I started building up in the area at the top again. So let's go and check out the changes I've made up top. Also, we have this automatic furnace now. I'm not sure if I showed that last time or not. Probably didn't. So let's take a wander up here. This, as you can tell, the elephant in the room is the giant church in the background, which I copied from a picture I built from the church last year, but the picture I had didn't have a completed spire, which means I've had to come up with the spire myself again. Well, to be fair, the rest of the building's my idea anyway. It's inspired by multiple different things from different sets of inspiration, but the interior is not quite finished yet. I need to do the flooring, I need to get the chandelier in, the beams need to go across again, which we might do the beams today, and we need to get the way up to up there, because there's currently no way of getting a spiral staircase up that at the moment, so I need to sort that as well. It's got all the classic ladders back in it from when I built it in the, well, now was the Null and Void Season 4 test, because this is still technically Season 3, Survival Single Player, blah, blah, blah. So we've got the upper walkway in as well. It doesn't look too bad. I think it's quite close to the original. I think the roof design is the same. I think I got that right. I think this is different. I don't remember having so many windows in it, but from down below, it doesn't look half bad. I like it. The outside looks a bit odd to me. It looks like it's not got enough. Let's see if I can jump. There we go. If you just look straight up, it does actually work, which is nice. But yeah, the spire has already got snow on top of it, which is kind of funny. So, the roof's gained snow. It looks like it's been snowing or raining in the area recently then. But we could take a look and we'll fly up to the top and we'll work our way down. So, I mean, it don't look too bad from when you're up here. I mean, it's actually okay. It took a lot of materials. Like, I've had to go and get a lot more stone. Like, we've burnt through quite a lot of our cobblestone storage. We've also got this mob farm here inside this castle tower, which I think I've finally decided now we're not going to keep. I think I'm going to take this tower out once and for all, and probably get it to match something more like the spires there, so it's got more windows in it so you can see through it. I don't really like this diagonal with the wood behind it. It doesn't flow with the rest of our world that we've got here. Plus we need to get a staircase on this side to get it back down to the rest of the height. Better view from the side here of our church, and it looks like we have a cobblestone pillar up there which doesn't belong. Let's get rid of that. Oh, just missed the top of the spire. Let's spin back round. There we go. Where's that cobblestone? That doesn't belong. Looks like I was pillaring up here to finish it off and obviously didn't remove my pillar. Well spotted. I hadn't seen that actually, and I've been around this area for quite some time now. The villager is starting to work again. He's at least planting his crops now. I recently harvested him, so he's got plenty of food down here. I threw like another stack of coal in here, so we got it smelting. Plus, it's getting quite a bit in there now, which is nice and good. Let's get rid of the horrible poisonous potato. We do need to automate removing poisonous potatoes from this, but that's a job for another day. And I think there's one last thing I think I've changed since last episode. I haven't really been on here too much. That took most of my time building that thing. I've restructured all the rails up here again, and I added all the rail tracks down to the very far end there now. Not with powered rails, of course, but I refixed all. These are all the same. I took a picture from, like, basically this position, and I fixed all 4 of them. Now, I wanted to do something about these because I finally come up with the idea of what I want to use on each of the track junctions. Like, obviously, we've had that design in our heads for a while now, which we know works because we've got a tested track down there with junctions that adapt. We just need to get minecart loaders which load the correct item into it if it's going to the certain destination. Like, we need it to have, like, an item reader. Say if it had wheat in it and you knew where wheat was up. Say it was up there, so you need this junction to turn, this one over here would turn that direction, and then you need a right turn. So we're going to label them with wool. Now, I hadn't really thought about this, because it's funny enough that this thing looks like an intersection, and I really didn't, like an old-fashioned CTM intersection, like it's got 4 exit points, and it also reminds me that while I'm here, let me get these trapdoors back in place, because I built them to use, and I haven't used them. So that's 1. That's 2. It's also just to stop me walking over them as well, so I don't fall in it. So let's do that. There's another one. That one, and which is the last one that's missing them? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. The other one's got them on it, at least. I think that was just me just being lazy with it. Because I do need to eventually set up all these junctions to work. Like, I covered up the redstone underneath these with wool. I'm not sure if this thing actually works now, though. I know one of these has got dirt in. I think it's this one, actually. It's got dirt inside of it. It's got dirt. That is just a great phrase. So what we need to do is drop some dirt in third person and check that it still works. Just watching for that track in the top left-hand corner to change. I don't think it did. Oh, that's because it's not going into the hopper that way. It needs to go in via a minecart hopper. I just put that in subtract mode. How can I do this? I could be in backwards third person. This one's cobblestone. Oh. No wonder the dirt's not going in. Let's try this with cobblestone then. Yeah, it still works. That's fine. Do I have an overflow chest down here? Did I set a chest up with the excess stuff? Did I? I don't think so. Oh, it's just got a hopper on it. Oh, okay. So at least I do know what I'm doing with it. I've got a spare hopper with all the tested cobblestone that we threw inside of it. So I think one of these actually has dirt inside themselves, which is why I'm getting confused. So let's just do this and get ourselves back up. These fireworks are really, really strong. I kind of need to just bounce off of stuff. There we go. Let's land on here. So each junction, north, south, east, and west, need a colour. And it looks like we've got a torch in the perfect position to indicate which colour's which. So we're going to use carpet, because I think full blocks will look stupid because you can see it. Actually, no, you won't be able to see it. It's got slabs underneath it. What am I thinking? But then again, if I did wool, I'd be able to use hidden lighting. So, actually, that's not a bad idea. If I get some, I could use the crafting inventory that I've got here. So let's just make some carpet. Let's do with a white one, for example. And let's just light this up. And then we can just place these on top. Yeah, we can just place them on top. So, this is now an indicator that this is the white junction. So we need to set up that thing over there and fill it with white wool. So we need to change it, because I don't think I've got enough of the items that we need. Because we need to put 18, we need 22. Actually, I've got enough, so that's okay then. So, I'm going to just put 1, 2, 3, 4, drop 2 there. I don't have enough of the rest of the colours, so I'm going to have to go and make some more. But this junction has now been changed to white wool, which obviously, white wool will mean north, which will have good indicators everywhere. We should be able to remember this at this point. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a header there to tell me what it is as well. So it's a good indication of what colour it is, and I waste 3 carpet, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll use white wool carpet at some point somewhere else. So let's move on to the next junction. We only need 3 pieces of carpet, which is nice, and I think I should do this in monument order if you haven't figured that out already. Recently, I decided to kickstart up the CTM maps again, which is probably no surprise to you guys because it's been on my mind for a long time now. So this one needs to be orange, which means I need to go and get some orange wool. I think I've got magenta, orange, and maybe some light blue down at the sheep farm, or what used to be the sheep farm. So let's go over there, and let's go and take a look, because if I've got enough orange, light blue, or magenta, that should save me a trip. I've probably got most of these colours here. In fact, I've got all the colours here. Magenta, 24, it gives me the 2 to make the 3, yep. And what was the last one? Orange. Of course, we don't have all of them. 18 plus 4 is 22. Actually, I do have enough. I'm just being thick. I do have enough orange. So let's just... There we go. Let's get back up into the sky. So let's go over there, because then even from the sky, I can tell what colour all of these are, which is really nice. We've got a white junction. Maybe I'll make a bit more effort to show the indicators better. But for now, I need to be able to just show off what's what. So I need the hidden lighting putting in. Actually, I should have put the hidden lighting under the other one as well. So let's do this. Let's do these, and then we'll head back to the other one again. Oh, nope. That was poorly placed. And then I smashed the torch. Good job, me. That one. And that one. I should put hidden lighting under... Should I put it under that? No, because you can see that. No, that's stupid. Okay. Learning from our mistakes, but we do need to put the wool in before we forget, though, because otherwise that will be stupid. So we need to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's just 18 in that one, which means leave one behind, put 18 in. So that one's now set for orange wool. So we're going to repeat this with 2 more colours. I think the next colour on our scheme is going to be magenta. So let's do the magenta carpets. Place the one carpet there. Change the colour inside of this. This has actually got gravel in it. Okay. I forgot these all had different coloured blocks in. Okay, there we go. So that replaces that one. And then that one does there. Aha! So all we got left now is to do the light blue one, which will end up being the... This is the west junction. So this is the final junction we need. I've grabbed way too much light blue. Good job it's a brick that I can use. Okay, so we're going to put all that in there. And realize that it all gets sucked up into the hopper below it. That zombie is tracking me in the background, but that's fine. So light blue there. And light blue on these two as well. There we go. Just gotta be careful of that creeper. I need to find where the other hopper is for this. Now, have I got something I can silk touch these with? Yes. Okay, good. There it is. I want the wool back. And all the random other rocks that seem to be in this chest. Looks like I'm actually going to make myself... I'm going to make matters worse here, because I don't have the inventory for this, so we'll go back in a second. We'll just dump off some items. So let's just... Oh, chest is full. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. We don't need any of this, especially the gravel. Alright, and let's get back up there. I do not have any ender pearls, so let's go this way. But then the other thing I wanted to try and do this episode was to link up a new part to the track. Now, I want to get the storage system set up on the ship, because obviously it's a cargo ship, which means an old cargo ship would have used to store, like, cargo, in summary. Like food, sugar, things like that. So we're obviously going to try and replicate that. So we're going to keep the blocks in there. We're also going to keep things like food, wheat, anything for a villager really, so I can get the villagers up there as well. I need to get this skeleton farm hooked up to the system as well, which is down there, but I think I'll loop that to something over on this light blue side of the tracks. So let's go and get rid of all this wool that's in our inventory now. Save ourselves some more space. Of course, my flight failed for some reason there. It was never going to succeed. Let's just munch on some stuff here. There we go. Just get across. Go over all these pre-made stuff. Back to the sheep farm that has no sheep in it. In fact, we're going to sleep first. Change my spawn location, but that's fine. I'm not bothered. I'm just more curious to see if I've got anything that's in my way when I go to dig this tunnel now on the new rail track section. So... Oh, I might as well get rid of the carpet as well. There's no point keeping that. It might as well stay in there. And it looks like I had 2 white wool in there anyway. So, the recent thing I was looking at is moving this rail track. Obviously, I want to expand it from here, because I realized this was a great thing while it lasted. But in summary, I can get another building here. So, we're going to do that, and we might make a bit more effort into this one as well. We might even expand the water this direction. Who knows just yet, because... Speaking of the water, actually, we did manage to move the boat launcher. I don't know if I showed you guys that, because I know I built the boat launcher last episode. So let's grab a couple boats, and I'll show you what I changed. Because some of you guys requested that I move it to the center, and I thought it was a much better idea than putting it on the side. But I've noticed that I have to kind of hit it dead straight, and otherwise it doesn't work. So we're going to hit this perfect. I'm going to try and do this first time. Dead straight. It goes in quickly because it pushes the boat down. Let go of my accelerator. And then the boat works. Sweet. It does actually work now, which is really nice. It's just getting the timings right on it. And then obviously I can ride back down. Nice and easy. Almost get stuck on the bridge there. But eventually, when I have the other cargo ship, which is it's probably going to be more of a schooner ship, will be built down here. A little bit smaller, a bit more of a sailboat style ship. Because eventually, I want to be able to ride around my entire city in boats. Like, for example, if it doesn't, you'll get stuck like that. I don't know if this one's going to work. Yeah, oh, it did. Oh, okay. It is working a little bit better because the boat hitbox doesn't hit the wall. And I think that's a big key thing about boats, is they're wider than 2 blocks. They're even wider than 3 blocks if you hit the center block, because it kind of sticks them out way too much. Because the oars, I think that's what it's called. It's called an oar. The oars tend to get, well, stuck. So let's try this one more time. I noticed I got stuck there in the water. See, it doesn't work 100% of the time. I don't want to guarantee... Oh, maybe it's just a glitch in the wall again. Again, the hitbox in the boat is a bit untrustworthy. So again, I'm just going to leave this boat here. There's plenty of boats in my world now that I'm just kind of... When I find them, I find them. This is another location that I'm going to put a building on as well. I think I've decided that. Like, last year we put the Christmas tree there, but I think this year we'll get a building in that. A bit more of a dock-style building. We could have a crane off of the 2nd floor hanging over the side. So it's almost like a boat loader. And it would flow better when we get the wooden docking loaded on that, because we could have a sort of crane hanging out the 2nd floor on that building as well. Make it flow a little bit better. Really wishing I hadn't deleted or smashed up the zombie spawner which we had in the top caves up there. That would have made a really nice addition to that top area, giving me another farm which I could run permanently. But then again, I think there are more zombie spawners in the areas nearby. I'm sure we'll find one. Like, we found a skeleton spawner, what used to be effectively a mountain. So this one isn't too bad down here. So I think next episode we'll deal with this thing and connect it up, because we're going to have to get the minecart track looped over to it as well. So, before I ramble on any more about things that have changed, let's actually get on with what we wanted to do. So we're going to grab this light grey shulker box. We've got ourselves a pickaxe, and what we're going to do, let's get our fireworks back on our bar. We're going to shoot ourselves into the sky first of all. We want to link this up here. We want to create ourselves a sort of tunnel on this upper section. Now, I know this will not work as a 4-way junction. I don't think I can set it up that way, because if it was a 4-way junction, I would have to set it so it can only go left, and then it would come back out and only go right. But then again, I think if it was coming back out of this section, I think it would want to go straight up to the ship. Oh, I fell off the back there. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky because I don't think I can get 2 more rail tracks in the middle here, which would have been nice to get it to expand out this way. But what I think we're going to do is just dig out the tunnel for today. So what we'll do is we'll start down here, and we'll dig our way to the edge. We're going to dig a straight line. So, the coordinates we're looking for, we want to get it in line with something. So let's figure out where it is, actually. So if I can stand here, it's way over in that direction. So it looks like I'm going to just need a better view. So let's go and fly down here, and let's take a look at this thing then, shall we? So, the center point, which is the bit we're interested in, is a 5-wide gap, and it's on X minus 45, which means we're 45 blocks short of that track. So which means, now the question is, do we dig it this direction and run it underneath the track, or do I run it as far along as I can and get it inside that building? I think getting it in the building might be the better option. So, we're going to aim for center of that building, which is -11. So if we get to -11, we need to bring it forward a couple blocks first, though. Let's aim for get it to let's get it on -65, and then we'll bring it across, and then we'll aim for the building. So let's go to -65 first. Let's dig ourselves a tunnel and aim for -65. So we're currently at -51. So it's not going to be too far, actually. Plus, I've got a pickaxe and some torches. The only problem I'm going to find is because I'm digging upwards, I'm going to find loads of gravel, which is going to be really annoying. So what I'll do, so I can see my coordinates at all times, is I'll put that in my hand. We'll take the sword off the bar because I don't need it. So where is 65? Because I want to get it to go across first. 61, 62, 63. That's 65. Okay, so let's torch everything else. Except this block, because I've put it one too high. But that's fine. I'll just pillar this back in. So now we want to go to -11. Which would have made sense, actually. This seems like a really stupid idea, because I feel like we should just center it immediately on that building. I know I've just coordinated it for somewhere else, but... Oh, why did I climb the ladder? I want to get it centered on this building. So, the center point we're going to aim for is this point here, We might as well dig it to negative 85 and then go to negative 11, because at least then I know I'm dead center underneath this thing. Because then we can run a spiral up the middle of this with a water drop in the middle of it. Because at least then we can have the minecarts drop down it to go back, but then they can ride all the way. So we're looking for negative 85, negative 11. So we might as well keep digging. It looks like we've got a cave system here. This will make it a lot easier to dig, because what I can do is just pillar over the cave for now. Is anywhere a lot closer to this? I feel like this is a cave that runs underneath the upper part of the city. Like, this is the cave that actually links all the way around the city, so it actually has, like, underneath of houses linking under this at some points. It's a bit silly. But eventually we will light these caves up properly and we'll get our mob farms running properly. Because I want to create a, not a hostile mob farm, but a passive mob farm. I want to go out into the open middle of my ocean. So we're going to 85, which is there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm not risking anything spawning in this tunnel. I know nothing will spawn in it eventually anyway. But because there's a cave underneath, I mean, it should be fine. We're just going to keep it well lit. So we're going to negative 11. Let's just get there. It's not too far. It's 24 blocks or so. There's a zombie in the cave underneath. I really don't care. Unless I hit the cave and I have to kill him, but... yeah, it's going to be one of those things. I want to get this track linked because I want to keep my minecarts on my tracks to as little as I can. Looks like we're going down to the nitty-gritty numbers now. Is that 12? That's 11. Okay, so we're centered now. So there we go. We now have a tunnel from where the old track is to where the new track is. Well, effectively the new track, which is going to be the finished product. So we'll obviously decorate this tunnel a little bit better because I want to be able to go from the building to the farms and see the track and keep everything monitored. So eventually we will expand this, but for now what we're going to do is we're going to just dig straight up. It's going to be quite a distance, and I don't have any wood on me to make any ladders. So let's go and get some ladders. I mean, I should really have gone in that cave and lit it up first, but we need ladders so that we can climb. We're on Y61 down here. I wonder what the bottom height, like the bottom floor of the building's height is. And good job I filled up my wood chest. We can just go and grab some from over here. Should be just in this one right here. Yes. So let's grab that, plus a load more. 11 makes 44. That's more than enough. Let's just use the crafting table. Also, I've been using classic crafting a lot recently. I'm not sure if I told you guys that. 28, that's not going to be enough. No way on this earth. Like, we're at 67 now. We might as well turn this all into planks. 60. I mean, it's going to give us like 36 blocks to play with. I don't think it's at Y90, but... in fact, I know it's at Y90. The top of that's Y90 because that's what I built it at. So it's 29 blocks, so at least I know what I can work with. Okay. Good job I remembered what heights I built things at, because I'm planning to build the outer ring on my amplified world, the track, which is going to run around the outside, which is going to be very expensive. I'm planning to build it at Y100, just so I know what I'm doing it at, and it gives me like 10 or so blocks that I can work with around the sides as well. I can just mine this glass, that's fine. Let's just get the glass back in place. This should be a door anyway, shouldn't it? Yeah, it should be a door. What am I doing? I think I had villagers here in at some point, which are obviously not here anymore. This also has redstone in it, doesn't it? Yeah. So 86 becomes 81. Is this the lowest floor? I think this is the lowest floor. Okay, let's just put this boat here. Just get out of my way, boat. Is it? Yeah, okay, that's the lowest one. So we want to put a ladder there, and we want to just dig straight down. Because we know we should hit our tunnel right there. Sweet. So we know it works because we've lined it up. And now all we need to do is just get some blocks, which we're going to use this horrible diorite to build it. Looks like we've got like a... it's one of those vertical caves, which actually suits the area better. Oh, there is actually a creeper over there. Hello, friend. Let's just not even give you an attempt to even coming near me. There we go. We've completely enclosed him in. Besides that block. I mean, he might be able to detect me through the wall as I'm climbing, but... I mean, I'm climbing at that point. If the tunnel explodes, the tunnel explodes. But at some point in the future, we will add this in. I'm going to just connect this all the way up, because there's no access point to this lowest floor at this point. Except the fact that there's a boat there, for some reason, which I've just put it there. Duh. There we go. Let's just... I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just... brain just kind of gave up on me there. I'm going to use these as well, because it means that I've still got the blocks here. My mind just kind of went blank, and what am I doing? kind of just missing everything. So this is the final one. Why has it got cobblestone? Because that's the roof. Somebody's too lazy, i.e. me, to put in the proper roof at the proper height. Because the windows should not be that height. Why did I do that? Huh. Good job I'm spotting mistakes now as I go along through this world. But yeah, so we're going to work on that mostly next episode. We're going to get on with the rail tracks a little bit. I want to link up 2 more, or at least, of these these tracked areas here. Now that we've switched over and we know what each of the colours is, we can start setting minecarts to come over from this potato farm we've got over here. I know it's still a manual farm, but what we could do is when we're manually doing it, we could request a minecart. We could set us a bit of redstone to just send a minecart out, even if it's just on a... the button starts on this end over here, so there's actually a little bit of track, which will have to be there anyway, because it'll take it down from the main system above it, down and into the underside of the farm. We might as well... I know my game sounds are on way too loud for this, so I'll turn them down just as I harvest this. Because that's still quite loud. Audio, let's just turn it to 1. There we go. So obviously he harvests, but because we've got caves in the area with zombies and we've got the amplified terrain, he doesn't, well, he replants, but he doesn't harvest. That's how it is. So... the problem we've got is I still have a manual harvest on this. So what we could do is we could set a button up with some water streams. Because I think there is probably no area that's no further than 16 blocks wide. I mean, the width of this might be the problem one. So that's 120. And the other side is... oh, it's only 106. I mean, that's 14 blocks plus... oh, 105. Hang on. 121. Yeah, it's 16 blocks. If we let water out from this level here... say in the middle of them, it would create a dead spot in the middle. We could just have the minecart run to this single dead spot. It shouldn't until the soil, I don't think. So if we had water flow from here, this would count as 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's on the middle pillar. Perfect, that's fine. And then if it's exactly the same on the other side, then we've got no problems whatsoever. So we've got plenty of things we can be getting on with, which is good. And yeah. I think that's about wraps up for this episode, everybody. I'm going to give this guy all these potatoes that I just got from here, from this farm, because I don't need them. He does. Villager, where are you going? Please just, like, stay still so I can give you food. Fill your inventory up because you're going to replant everything anyway. Take them, take the pity food, and I will be out of here. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I guess I will see you in the next very productive episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. Thank you again for watching, and bye-bye.